Hi guys, it's me, and this is a study of the Wheel of Time with the Rain Serpents. I hope you guys enjoy this episode, and please read the books. Read the books with me, and then let's talk about it. Hey guys, I'm back with chapter 12 of the Eye of the World Wheel of Time series by Robert Jordan. So, last was chapter 11, and the last of chapter 11, what it is we saw was they had finally gotten to Taren ferry, and Lan went immediately to the person's home who owned the ferry, and he was like, we need crossing, and here I have money. And the man was like, okay, we'll cross because you have money. It didn't exactly go like that, but yeah. And so now in chapter 12 they are leading their horses away. They're still within the fog, but everybody is trotting towards this side of the river banks, because they say they'll meet them there and then they'll get on the boat. The man said he had to get his haulers. Cool, right? So while it is Rand is trotting through the fog, he hears Moraine say to Lan, there's nothing for it, I can't help. I'm already going to stand out in his mind. You're going to have to handle it. Now, we don't know what that means, but we are going to continue, right? Just like I tell them, just continue the series and find out certain things. Anyways, so they get there, and when it is like they get to the other side, and they see torches of the people coming, the haulers with Hightower. Hightower is the name of the person who owns the ferry. He pushes back the cloak on Perrin, so that Perrin's axe, because all of the guys have weapons. Perrin, Matt, Rand, him, and Tom. So he pushes back Perrin's cloak, and Rand does the same with his cloak. He pushes his back so his sword is showing, even though he doesn't know why he's doing it. But we know why he's doing it. Because sometimes, okay, it's like, if it is a person sees that you are able to protect what is yours, they're not looking to rush you, and that is the way it was. So Tom does when it is like the men are upon them, Tom does a flourish with his knives and stuff, and then he begins to like nonchalantly shave his fingernails with the knife. So they know if it is we looking for a crew to mess with, this is not the one. These people, not the ones. Anyway, so Hightower is like, basically he says, the goal that you already gave me is in a safe place, so you can't steal it if it is what it is you want it to do. Why you feel like we want to steal from you? And he asks, where is the goal that it is you promised, right? And Lan is like, you're going to get that when it is we get onto the next side of the river. Didn't Lan say that before? I feel like if it is Lan said that before. Anyway, so everybody shuffles onto the boat, whatever, right? And they're telling them to keep to the middle of the boat so they could do whatever they have to do. So Rand is standing up next to Lan, and I like the little kind of relationship Rand and Lan have, The one that is stemming between the both of them, I like it. So Rand is like, they really thought we would have robbed them? Why? They acted like if it is they thought we were going to rob them, and we weren't even sure if it is they were going to rob us. And basically, so there was ever a situation that you read about, because I know was a lot of situation with men or females where it is like they're accusing you of cheating, no. Down to the last, you're cheating. When it is they're horning you with Deborah or James, like, you getting horned, but they're accusing you. And you know what that is? That is a guilty conscience. That is them thinking in their mind to do what it is they are accusing you of doing to them. People out here. When it is you're cited. So like basically that is what Lan tells Rand. Like, sometimes when it is people would do that to you, they would believe that you would do that the same to them. So we make it until the next side of the Taren, all right? So the man is like, so what about my goal? Or they say, I'll get the goal, right? And I feel like if this was intentional, they get off, they get off of the boat, right? They make it down the gangplank and they're on land now, right? And Moraine pipes up, yes, we'll give you a gold and silver pieces for like all of your haulers because they did such a good job in bringing us over so quickly. But make sure that you note that it is she made sure that she was off of the boat before she said this, right? So the haulers, once it is like they're here and they're getting money, all of them come off of the boat to follow them because everybody want to get paid, that cash in their hand, right? So they come off and Lan is going around to everybody giving them the silver pences. Now Moraine is standing away from the crowd of the Emmons Fielders and Tom and all of them. She's standing away from them and she's watching the boat. And this is because so suddenly, like, there's a commotion that happens. It seems like if it is, the boat is spinning on the waters, right? Like there are torches on the boat and you're seeing them, like if it is, they're going round and round in circles and it's going faster and faster. You're hearing wood splintering. That boat going. So one of the haulers is like, it looks like a whirlpool. And the hill tower, I think it was hill tower, he says there are no whirlpools on the Taren, right? On that river there isn't usually any whirlpools or anything. But your boat going and it's only a whirlpool that would do that. But it's such a strange occurrence, right? So Lan pipes up. No, Moraine says, well, that was a very unfortunate thing to happen, And then Lan says, especially in our service too, here's some more money. Because it doesn't look like you will be ferrying anybody across for quite a while. Here's some more money. So he gives Hightower a fistful of coins, and Hightower, he takes it, but he's afraid. Because the man not dumb. He may be a thief, but he not dumb. Things like that just happening out of the blue, that to him it was not coincidence. These people, scary. He watching all of them sideways, like, and he just makes a song, and he and his people, the haulers, they leave. He just grab the money and he gone. He wants nothing to do with it. So Moraine, she's basking, and I told you before, Moraine strong, she's telling herself, not one, I think she was saying she's a few and 10 women, right, that could do that in Taflon. So she is out of all the sisters right now, she is, I think, 1 in 10 that is able to do what she just did, make the whirlpool, because she did it. She did it, guys. Come on, who go and do it? Who have the power? She has the power. So she whirlpool was her, and like she basking, and a powerful, people powerful, and remember the Aes Sedai can't lie. So she not lying. She's strong in the power, as strong as women of this age or Aes Sedai of this age are. And then, like, I have noticed, remember, this is I was telling on in the last episode, she bad, because she bad, guys. If it is, you think, I told you guys that when it is like a channeler uses the one power that they get tired. Moraine hasn't had much sleep, but she do that thing with the fog. Right now, on the next side, they're on the next side now, but she is maintaining fog over the entire river, the span on the river, to the west and to the east. She maintaining it, Then she did that whole sort of like whirlpool little action there. That was Moraine. Doing that on top of maintaining the fog, on top of being so tired, on top of healing the horses, and your girl bad. So what happens next? So like Tom asks her, because Tom is like, I said, you don't think like it could have kept the fog cover over here? Because they reach on the next side, and she says, well, no. If it is, I kept the fog cover over on here, on this side of the Taren, come on, sorry guys. Anyways, if it is like a Chpt fog cover over on this side of the Taren, they would know that it is we heading to Baelon. The fact that it is fog is in the entire river, the murderer would know how much it costs me, and therefore he would have to think about if it is we are not escaping down the river, and they would have to search the river, which would give us more time to go. I have to say this. There's the mar. Like, that's how I pronounce it. And if it is your veteran watch reader, you know what it is I'm talking about. The woman knows. She knows strategy. She could play. If it is you think you could tango, I could tango better. If it is you think you're moving your pawn, I already checkmate your king. Understand? Strategy. Anyways, so what happens from there? So Tom is like, well, that making sense. What it is you're saying is quite true, and he don't have any more problems. So Matt pipes up and says, and this pissed me to frick off. It pissed me off, guys. But anyway, so Matt pipes up and says, Aes Sedai, was that you? He was, trying to ask, but not trying to ask, because I don't want to upset you when it is you doing things like swallowing up whole entire boats. Maybe that's not what I want to do, but at the same time, I'm traveling with you. So that is the things you just do. So she gets angry and she's like, I know. I feel like if it is she projected the illusion of her getting bigger, I honestly do. She says, I know that it is you guys want to question my every move, but if it is I answered all of your questions to my every move, we will not do what it is we need to do in time, right? Basically, that is what she said, and that is what pisses me off, right? Because remember, since I was just rating up Moraine, and there are things about her that it is I love. Her inner strength, she's a very strong woman. Other than in the one power, just as a person, she's strong. This is the target and this is what we have to get done, so we're going to do it no matter what. I respect that. Woman to woman, I respect you, I see you. But I cannot take, what it is I cannot take is the fact that the more and more she just seems so freaking abusive. And when it is I say that, listen to me, guys. Listen to what I'm saying. Abusers do a thing as well, where it is like they give you very little information. They allow you a very little resources to be able to stand on your own, because that allows you to depend more on them. Everybody, Matt, Rand, Perrin, Egwene, all of them are by Two River standards and Trinidad standards. They are adults. You cannot sit down. You can't sit down and say, hey, this is what we're doing and this is why it is we're doing it. At no point, since it is we leave the Two Rivers, has Moraine told them why it is she doing, what it is she doing, or what is the reason. She knows why it is she took them. She knows why it is she said, hey, we had to go there after you. She knew, right? So she keeps all of that information to herself. So basically, whatever she does is up to her, and we have to follow. Like, what the frick is that for? Why it is we have to follow you, and it is you not giving us any reason to trust you. I'm sorry, guys. Equable Chantal, calm Chantal, she's back. So that pissed me off. Anyways, they take the horses and stuff, and they're headed to Land leads them, and it's some place like a forested place with fallen trunks and leaves and branches, all kind of conglomerated and thing that he brings them to. And he tells them, I think Land checks inside first. And Egwene asks him, she says, you expected us to come here? Like seriously? And all you need to know, that Land is the Boy Scout of all Boy Scouts. He rules. He is king. Lan likes to be prepared. Lan had this prepared with the expectation of we're going to get them. We're going to go to Watchell. We're going to go to Taren ferry. We're going to cross the river and we're going to come here. So it's like, yeah, I like to be prepared. And Lan has prepared all this, and I am pleasantly surprised. Lan is man. Lan, what did I say? Lan is the man in the van. Yes, that is Lan. So anyways, So he goes in and he checks and he's like, all right, coast clear. It doesn't look like if it is anybody has been to here, and the logs were still warm or something, and he started a fire. So Moraine is like, well, I will heal you guys later. Moraine is bastard. I mean, I will try to heal you guys later. Please see to the horses, but right now I want to talk to Egwene. So she takes Egwene and they go inside and they're going to have a conversation, right? So Lan and Tom and all of them are outside and they're like seeing to the horses, and they speak about the boys are saying that like the horses don't seem tired at all, right? And Lan is like, yeah, they don't seem tired, but they will run themselves to death if you let them. They need to rest. And that's what happens. They put these forces aside. I don't know, like maybe it's tied them off or something like that. And he says, let them keep their saddles, because if it is like we have to leave quickly, they're going to have it on, or we leave without them. And then they all go inside. Now, Moraine has pulled Egwene aside because my girl Egwene has the spark to be able to channel the one power. Sire die in your ass, boy. Yeah, she has the spark to be able to channel Sayada. And so she and Moraine are talking about it, and Rand is there listening, and he is scared. Because remember, it is he and Egwene has a thing, and he's not with this. He is not on board. What it is, like all of the Aes Sedai stories that they've heard, everything that he has seen so far, and like this is where it is like I have a problem with Rand, and I feel like if it is, he's still being narrow-minded, like for everything that you have seen. I mean, like there should be some credibility towards the idea that okay, she's not evil, and the one power isn't just going to burn you up if it is used in certain ways, and so there's a line between Rand and Egwene where it is like I could respect that she calculating, she tabulating, she's seeing, you know what, maybe everything that it is I've heard before isn't the truth of the matter. On the same hand, I can maybe sympathize with Rand a little bit, that there needs to be like an amount of time where it is like I assess you and I decide, can this person be trusted? Can this person not be trusted? But Rand, I would say that he's on the losing side here. For me, you're supposed to take the knowledge that it is you're going on with and form conclusions, right? Different conclusions to the one that you have at the time. And he's not doing that. He does not want Egwene to be a Aes Sedai. He feels like if it is still evil, the one power, all of that, they grew up learning that this is a bad thing and these are bad people. Onward we go. So Egwene and Moraine are just like, they're doing their thing. And so she tells her about the one true source and the one power and Sayada and Sayadin. Sayada women can wield and they can do it without any problems. But remember from the prologue, the dark one tainted the male half, which is Sayadin, and therefore like Sayadin is still pure, but you have to reach through the taint to get to Sayadin. So it still has negative effects, right? So Egwene and Moraine, they're doing, and I just need to say that Moraine is a horrible teacher. Horrible. This woman is like, okay, so like your parent ever taught you stuff? Like Daddy used to teach me sometimes. He was a physics and a maths teacher, right? Physics, chemistry, maths. And sometimes it's just like, why you have to talk to me like this? Okay, just because I'm not getting it as quickly as you want me to, I am still a human being. So like when it is your parent tries to teach you, it goes awfully. And Moraine is a horrible teacher. Because like, so Egwene asks, well, did it have a blue stone that Moraine it has and it's showing her? And she said, hey, does that have the power? And she's like, no, it doesn't have the power. Things don't have the power. People channel the power. Things don't. Angry Al even don't have the power. But the thing is like, Egwene now learning, like, give her a little slack, stop being so crude and cruel. Anyway, so What would you say that she does use the necklace as, sort of? Like, it's a gem on the necklace, like she's wearing on her forehead sometimes. Blue gem on the necklace. And it's a focus point in a way. She's used it to be able to focus. So she and Egwene go back and forth, and she's telling her to focus on it, focus on the gem. And she touches her head. And there are a series of blue lights that go off in the necklace, right? And okay, so when it finishes, Egwene is like, well, I thought I felt something, but I'm not really certain if I may have wasted your time. I'm sorry. And Moraine says, the last blue light was all you. So Egwene gets like happy for a second, and then she's like, but the last blue light was barely there. And then Moraine's horrible teacher as she is goes, stop being dramatic like this. Now you are being childish. A lot of women in Tavlon take a long time to be able to do what it is you just did. And she said the old blood sings in the two rivers, and she is right. She is right, guys. The old blood does sing. Egwene is most of the women coming out. I wasn't supposed to say that. But the women in and around the two rivers, I believe, who can channel are powerful channelers. Remember the story that we heard earlier about Taren and remember Eldrine? She was the queen. Remember the queen? And she was the one that drew the one power to her and let it out in flames that was chasing down the Trollocs and the Murdrel and all of them. And that killed off the Dark One's entire army that it is he sent to Manetheren. Remember her? She was Aes Sedai. And she was bad. She was freaking bad. Bad man thing. So yes. The old blood does sing. Well, you need to watch out for that. And yeah, so like Egwene is really happy, and she's like, oh my god, Ran, I could be Aes Sedai. And Rand is not happy with his soul. So guys, and that brings us to the end of chapter 12. Please keep reading. This was such a good chapter. So many things happened. See how long this was? This is a very long video because there were so many things that I wanted to tell on you. These books are good, guys. Hopefully you come back and we can do chapter 22 together. Bye.